Okay, so you will need your weights and a block and a ball, and we will get started. It's pretty dark. Okay, so let's put our feet on the ground. Remember your tripod feet, and you can close your eyes if you choose, hands on thighs if you choose, and then just take that breath from the base of the pelvis all the way up through that diaphragm, expanding those lungs. And you can breathe through your nose like we did the last time. Inhale through the nose, exhale through the nose. Just feel what a difference that is. Create your own breath pattern as you just settle in. Just being aware of maybe some tension in your body and breathe into that. Just release that. You can roll your head while you're breathing if you choose. One way and then the other way. And bring your shoulders up to your ears and lower as we roll those shoulders back and forward. Good. Let's start right away. You can open your eyes with our lymphatic work that we do and start at the collarbone and just rub that area, allowing the circulation, opening up that drainage area at the collarbone. Breathing as you do, your breath really helps the circulation. And then up behind the ears, just gentle movements in a circle. Breathing. And then draw those paintbrush hands down to that collarbone as if you're draining any lymph fluid to the top of that collarbone. Nice. Move to the axilla under your armpit. You can gently get in there. And then you can either tap, 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 tap down the side, or just move that hand as if to massage down the side, getting our neuro-lymphatic points down that edge, opening up that side body, one side, and then the other side. Down. To our belly with our organs. As we move round and round, you can go side to side. You can go circular. Then our inguinal area, so right where your bathing suit or whatever meets the pelvis, the top of your thighs. And again, this is very superficial area, so gentle there. And then moving down behind the knees, the popliteal area. And again, you can move your feet to allow those muscles to move the lymph as you go. Good. And then we're going to stand and we're going to do our rebounding. So I'm going to move this back just a bit. And hands can be qigong hands as we just dance around. So we do this for about a minute. I mean, you can move side to side if you want, whatever your body feels like it needs today. Just moving all those muscles. You can turn around, you can twist, get that in. Nice job. I'm seeing some rainbows. I'm seeing some figure eights. Good. Just allowing that lymph to move through our body, creating wellness, helping us fight off infection, disease, and give us some energy too. Okay, let's sit. I'm going to start with our weights right away. So pick up your weights. You do not have to use weights if you feel like you've worked out too much this week. And let's do our server. So elbows aside and just reaching out in front. I'm going to turn my chair so that we can see. Pulling back toward the top of your abdomen. Trying to keep that triple S in alignment, the back of your skull, your spine, your sacrum. Good. You can see me all right, can't you? And then bring it back. Let's go up overhead, cross those weights, and then without arching the back, come behind the head, allowing those triceps with control, with intention, back behind. And again, we talked about how your brain can make it as heavy or as light as you choose. Just by the way you pull. Good. And then coming forward, let's just bring those weights right in front of us and go up and down. Palms facing out from your body. Pulling if you choose, as if we're pulling those shoulder blades down behind us. Breathing as you go. Nice. Couple more times. And then we'll go into our olive oil movement. So out in front of you, and you're turning at the shoulder, not just the wrist. The entire arm is one unit. One more time. And then let's come back into our Berkeley breaststroke and skimming across the water. Just gentle movements. Breathing. Using those upper abs to stabilize. Feel it in your shoulders, the upper deltoids, and of course the back of your shoulders. pulling that shoulder blade closer to the spine. Nice. Okay, I'm going to turn around this time and we're going to do our V ups. So elbows at our side and up we go. Doesn't have to be high, but allowing those elbows to draw a line out and then back to your side body. Listen to your body. If it's too much, drop the weights and just do the motions. It's not a contest. Good. And then I'm going to come down. You can roll those shoulders if you need to. I'm going to come into suitcase. And remember, watch the back. Keep it stabilized. We're opening up those pectoralis muscles. We're not arching the back. Opening and closing. And maybe, oh, this is so hard. It's a tight, full suitcase. So just play around with that. Be curious. One more time. Good. Okay, lean forward or you may stand because we're going to do our tricep kickback. Elbows at side, palms facing each other, and then back you go. Remember, it's not a swinging motion. It is an intentional cut, as if we're cutting through the air. Maybe pause a little at the back and feel how tight and contracted those triceps are. Good. Couple more times. Very tight torso, stabilizing. And then this time, let's keep our hands back. Palms are up and pulse. You can do it as fast or as slow as you choose. Be aware of your triple S, the back of your skull, your spine, your sacrum. As if you're pushing, maybe you're underwater and you're pushing that water up. Push. Good. Couple more times. Kind of counting in my head to can do 30 seconds or a minute. We're going closer to a minute, so that's good. Okay, and then bring your weights to your side. Roll those shoulders. We're going to do one more, and that's going to be our punching. So imagine that wall out in front of you, or maybe it's a padded wall. Maybe we're all in padded walls today. So lift those weights and cross that body and intentionally come to that padded wall as if you're punching and then pulling back. And the reason why we have an end point is we don't want to overstretch that elbow joint. I want to protect that elbow joint. So do you feel how your shoulders get involved where they're just allowing that stop? There's only a certain amount of space that it goes. Good. Nice job. Okay. Did we get them all? I think we got them all. Okay, let's take our balls. If you want to go to the wall, go to the wall, find where the floor meets the wall, and we're going to work on our feet. If you want to stay in the chair, that's fine. I'm going to move so that you can see what I'm doing on this ball, hopefully. I'll talk you through it. Maybe you can't. Okay, we're going to open up our feet Open up those toes, get them in alignment. Take the large toe, your big toe, put that on the ball, and you're going to press in at the corner of the wall with that big toe. You're trying to get the motion in between those joints, the joint of the big toe and the foot. So about 10 seconds, and then pull back. And again, your toes may not come off the ball, but you feel the stretch in the front as you're pulling back, and then back, push in for about 10 seconds. Just with that big toe. Really working on the balance of that big toe, stretching out those toes. And when you're ready, pull back a little, pull back into the foot. So we're feeling that in the ankle as well. We'll try it one more time. When you're ready, push into the ball with that big toe. Heel is on the ground. Sorry, I didn't say that. I know you've done this class many times. So heels on the ground, pushing in with that big toe. Hopefully you're feeling a little more movement in that joint and freedom. It shouldn't pinch. There shouldn't be pain. And then pull back. Nice job. Okay, I'm just going to take my foot off the ball for a second, and we're going to do some windshield wipers. So I'm going to start with my pinky toe. Heel's going to be down, and I'm going to go pinky toe, touch the ground, big toe, touch the ground. You can make it as wide as an arc as you choose, but I want you to feel that in that inversion, eversion movement. You may feel it all the way to the hip. Definitely you feel it in your ankle, yes? And then the next thing we're going to do is the three sisters, those middle toes. So once you feel like you're kind of working that foot, place those three middle toes on the ball. They're wide. So if you want to open your hands like this to allow for it to be wide, that is fine. So pushing on that ball, again, heel is on the ground. Pushing in. You may feel it all the way up into the thigh with the pressure that you're pushing in, and then pull back. The three sisters may not come back, but you may see that in that joint, you're pulling back a little more. And then push in again. Toes are separated. Heel is on the ground. And then pull back again. Good. Let's try it one more time. Really pushing in, allowing for the stretch of those toes as they come up. It's also really good for plantar fasciitis, stretching the bottom of that foot. And you feel it all the way into the ankle as well from the top. Breathing as we go and pulling back when you're ready. I'm not going to do the pinky toe today, but you can just go back and forth on moving those toes along that ball. Let's do the other side. So opening up the toes, wide, heel is on the ground. Push that big toe into the ball. So those of us that have bunions, it's important to open that up, get that foot in alignment before you push down, because otherwise you're just creating more internal. The toe's going to come out, the big toe is going to come out again to the other toes that are there. So we want to open that space and pull back. One side may be easier. Allow that stretch and rest. Your foot may or may not come off the ball. And when you're ready, push that big toe into the ball. Heel is on the ground. it does help to have that corner of a wall. We're getting really good at this by not allowing the ball to fly across the room. And then when you're ready, pull that back. The toe may remain there, but you're feeling a little stretch on the top of the foot again. And when you're ready, opening up those toes one more time on that big toe. Pushing, pushing, pushing. We really see how that big toe allows for balance. And when you're ready, pull back. Good. Now let's just come away from the ball and let's do our little windshield wiper again. So move the big toe down to the ground, little toe, just allowing for that movement back and forth. You're allowing the freedom of that ankle. Maybe you feel it on the bottom arch of your foot, that it's maybe stretching it out. And when you're ready, you feel like that's about all that foot can take, then take the three sisters in the middle, the three toes, open them up, press into that ball with the heel on the ground. I can I can see a crease on my foot by doing that because I'm really pressing in. So allow that joint to become more mobile as we work into that area. And then pull back. Pulling that pressure off that ball. We'll do it 3 times. When you're ready, push those three sisters into that ball. Do you feel them expand outwards as well as up? So they're spreading out, which is so good when we do our yoga poses. It's so important to have a very strong, wide base. And when you're ready, pull back on that one. And push into the ball one more time with those 3 middle toes. Opening up. When we do our opening up, when we just put our foot out in front of us and open the toes, this exercise will help that too with the ball because we're feeling the pressure. So we can try that after we're done, just to show you how strong you're getting. Okay, and pull back. Good. Okay, this time I am going to, it's my dirt coming. Okay, so feet out, open those toes as much as you can. Now, do you remember when we used to do this and we'd feel cramping? It's less cramping now that we're using the ball, isn't it? Because we're learning how to open those toes. You can open the hands like I always do, because I think that really helps the energy of those. So I'm really opening my toes, feeling that. Then let's go into good toes, pointing the toes, feeling the stretch on the top of that foot, all the way up to the ankle. Naughty toes, pulling back, feel the stretch in the back, gastrocnemius and soleus. Good toes, pointing. And naughty toes. So do that several times, just feeling that movement. Also working that lower ab while we do this. Our legs are out. May feel the tension in your thighs. That's okay. Getting stronger. And then let's just roll those feet one way and then the other way. Nice job.
Do you have to go when the dirt comes?
I hope not. We'll see. I'll have you do something else and I'll check the phone message. I think I told him where it needed to go. Okay, and then just flap those feet just gently, just to allow the release, as if like we do with our Qigong hands, we're doing with our feet. Okay, good. Take your block, put that block in between your knees. And we're going to work on our squats. And we're going to listen to our bodies. We're going to listen to our knees. We're going to protect the upper glutes. So allow those feet to come wide. Got a great base. Ignite the glutes. Come forward, rolling through the feet and all the way up. So arms are up. Then let's come into our prayer. We're going to squat, lift those toes. Good. Feel how strong that core is. Good. Now we're going to little by little, let's transfer the weight one side to the other. Listen to your knees. If it's too much, then don't do it as much. And this one, I really don't want us to pull that foot up. Okay, now let's come all the way up. Arms to our side in mountain pose. And let's try it with working the weight from one side to the other. So this one, if you choose, you can lift the foot as you're pressing into the block. Breathing, breathing, breathing. You don't have to lift that foot, but we're learning to transfer that weight, feeling that balance. Feeling the strong core, because that's what helps us keep that center. Nice job. Arms up again. Let's come into our squat, bum to the back of the wall. I'm almost near my chair. Bring hands to prayer. Let's turn to your right. Feel the stretch in the back. Come to center. Turn to left. You feel that in your lower back. Come to center. Again to the other side. Try to keep that posture. Come to center and one more time to the other side. You feel that in your toes when you're moving from side to side, and come to center. Sometimes you feel that gripping, but we've learned to open our toes when we do that. Nice job. Okay, let's take the block out. We're going to come to our chair, and I'm going to put my chair on my mat. So that the cushion is facing me. Okay. So hands on the chair. My feet are back, my toes are down, my heels are up. Okay, stack as much as you can. Elbows over wrists, shoulders over elbows. Take your left foot forward a bit. It's going to be slightly bent. Take that right foot and push it up into the air. Pelvis is stable. It's facing downward. You can flex that foot. You can point the toe. Okay. Allow your triple S to be in alignment. Nice. Now bring that knee up into the chest on the right side, and then gently back, as if we're doing our little donkey kick, in and back, but with control so that you don't tear any muscles or hurt any joints. Listening to your body. Good. Couple more times. Back you go. One more time up into the chest, and then place your right foot back behind you. Okay, so I'm stretching out that calf in the back, and then with your core, rather than with your hands, allow your body to come up. So use your core to rise up And let's do our warrior. Equal weight on both feet. That's why we do the pressing back and forth. Nice job. Okay, you know what we're gonna do? We're gonna lean into that left foot. You can put your hands on the chair if you choose, or you can just reach your hands out in front of you. And if it's available to you, lift that right foot up. So we're balancing, leaning forward, strong core. Come back down with our right foot and up with our hands. Let's try that one more time. So again, you can put your hands on the chair for support if you choose. I'm going to lean into my left foot, coming forward horizontally with my arms, reaching out from the shoulder blades and lift that back foot up. Try not to turn the hip outward, have the hip in alignment with either that wall we're facing or the floor. And when you're ready, drop the foot, come back up. Nice job, reaching up from the pelvis. Hands on the chair, right foot forward, left foot back. Okay, so again, try to keep the elbows over wrists, shoulders over elbows. Left knee up into the chest and back. Up into the chest, just gently and back. Up into the chest and back, as if we're kind of doing our cat in a way. Up into the chest and back. Place that foot on the floor so we feel a little stretch in that calf. And when you're ready, without pushing from the chair, pull up with your core. Nice job. And hands up into our warrior. Nice deep breath. Open the toes on the right foot because we're going to lean into that right foot. Knee can be soft. So arms come, reach out in front of you, reaching forward as you transfer the weight to the right foot. You can put hands on the chair if you want more balance, please, for safety, or reaching out and then lift that left foot up. Does not have to be high. You can flex or point that foot. Nice. Feel how strong you are. And when you're ready, bring the foot to the floor. Arms come up. Nice job. Nice deep breath. When you're ready, lean into that right foot as the arms come forward, either to the chair or just the air. And bring that back foot up, either in a point or a flex, as you're reaching those hands out in front of you or stretching them out on the chair. Good. One more breath. You're strong. When you're ready, bring that foot to the floor, arms up in the air. Nice job. Bring hands to side. Now bring your hands to the chair. I'm going to bring my right foot back in alignment with my left. You may have to step way back because we're going to come into our plank. So strong body. It's not a pike. It's one line with the pelvis forward, looking up. Nice job. Strong core. I'm up on my toes. And then I'm going to come back into my downward dog. Pressing back, bending those knees, stretching out that upper body. Nice job. Take a nice deep breath. And as we do, we're going to move forward again into the hands on the chair. Coming forward into our plank again. Strong body. Head up. Good. Now, I'm going to give you a modification. I'm going to step my left foot forward a bit for my kickstand. You know where this is going. I'm going to open my right foot up to the windows here, to my right side. I'm going to bring my left hand to the middle of the chair, and I'm going to come into my side body, opening up with that hand. You don't need your kickstand, but if you feel safer with it, please keep it there. You can go side body like this. Make sure that chair is on your mat, and then lift that side body up to the air, up to the ceiling. Good. Bring the right hand to the chair, and let's do the other side. So if you choose to have your kickstand, bring that right knee up. Make sure your chair is stable. Right hand comes to the middle of the chair, and you're going to open up to your left side. Nice. If you choose, you can just keep your hand at your hip. Listen to your body. You can also do a side body where it's straight, a side plank. Now bring that left hand to the chair. Come back into your downward dog. So my knees are going to be bent, stretching out those upper shoulders and side body. Nice job. I'm going to move forward a little bit. My knees are going to be bent, and I'm going to bring that right arm out horizontal, and I'm going to thread the needle, allowing for those shoulders movement. Your lats, which are right here along the side, you're stretching those out. You're allowing that fascia tissue to move. Remember your triple S. Where's your head? Where's the back of the head? Where's the spine? Where's the sacrum? And when you're ready, put that right hand to the chair. Left hand comes out horizontal. And thread the needle. You could pedal the knees. Allow that fascia to just move and stretch all the way down those legs. Breathing as you do. Nice job. And bring your hand to the chair. Let's do one more plank. So you can bring the feet back, come into your plank, allowing that core to be strong. Try to have one long line. I'm going to step my right foot forward. Okay. I'm going to allow that heel on the left foot to come down. And I'm going to lift my left arm out. So we're just kind of twisting, moving different fascial patterns. Good. Now bring that left arm down, right arm up. You feel the stretch? Now, if it's available to you, lift that right or the left foot. Bird dog. Head is up. Nice job. And when you're ready, hand to the chair, foot to the ground. Nice. Bring the left foot forward, right foot back, or whichever you did the last time. Switch up. Good. Take your left arm, stretch that out. Breathing. Another breath. Hand to the chair. Lift your right arm up. And then we're going to put the right arm back because I forgot I was on the wrong side. Lift the left arm up. And if it's available to you, lift that right foot behind you. There's your opposite bird dog. Using our brain plasticity. Strong core. Looking to the horizon. Hand to the chair, foot to the ground. Let's come back into our downward dog and just hug. My elbows are on the chair. I'm just trying to get the best stretch that I can and pedaling those knees and feet. Just allowing the stretch. My lower back, shoulders. Nice job. Okay, hands to the chair and let's rise up. Move your chair in such a way that we can do our tree pose.
Yeah, I think we're gonna.
You guys are strong. Okay, again, remember, you can use your block. You choose. I'm going to stand on my left foot, move the ball. I'm saying that for me. Okay, so left foot down. You can have hand on chair. Bring that right knee. I guess I'm going to stand back here so you can see. Right knee up and out, and either put it on the block or on your thigh or on your calf. And when you're ready, find your drishti, your focal point, and choose where you want your arms. So if you want more energy, I don't think I've told you this before. Arms can be up like this, out in the air. If you need more energy within your body, this is a good stance. It's pulling it from out there or down here like we talk when we do Niagara Falls. So choose what your body needs today. Working on that focus point. Be curious with what your body can do. Coming back to yourself. Play around with the arm movements. And when you're ready, with control, take that right foot and slowly and gently bring it to the floor. Let's twist that left foot one way and the other. Maybe we do figure 4 to stretch out that hip, lean into that. Nice job.
Sure.
And if you can't do figure 4, it's not available to you, you can just cross over like this. You're still getting a little of that hip stretch, okay? All right, let's go on our right side. So open up those toes, wide base, we've learned that. Hand on the chair to start, lifting the left knee up. And if you want, I'll do it with the block this time. So the block comes on the inside of that right, opening up that hip, external rotation, and press that toe either on the block, on your calf, on the thigh. Find your drishti, your focus point, and choose where you want your hands to be. It's all core, guys and gals. Connecting to your breath. And again, be curious where you want your hands to be. Maybe you're floating them. Maybe you're pretending you have feathers. Whatever feels good in your body. Maybe you decide to do a figure 8, crossing over. Eagle arms, we've done that. So all kinds of opportunities, but do not lose your drishti, your focus point. Getting stronger. Your body is feeling what it needs. Every day may be different, and that's okay. You're still practicing. Finding your center, finding the poses that free different parts in your body. And when you're ready, slowly and with control, bring that left foot. You can circle the right foot that held you so eloquently. One way and the other way. And then choose what you want to do with that hip. Maybe you bring that leg across the body, or you do your figure 4 to allow the hip to open up, stretching that lower back. Nice job. Good. Okay, we're going to add just a little bit of hip items. We've got a few more minutes. I'm going to hold my hand on the chair. Whatever leg is on the outside, so mine is the left, I'm going to take and lift up, and I'm going to just do some medium circles. One way, listen to your hip, little circles if it bothers, and then the other way. My foot is flexed so I don't knock into the ground. And then just think how grateful we are that our hips can move this way. Then I'm going to take my knee and I'm going to move it across my body and then open up and across my body. Little twist in that pelvis. Good. And now I'm going to take and I'm going to just swing that foot. And I have to keep it bent so I don't hit the floor, just allowing for movement. So we've done all ranges of motion in that hip. Trying to keep our hips healthy. Nice. Now I'm going to move to the other side. And let's take our knee up when we're ready. And you choose what size circle you choose. Whatever you want. One way, 4 to 5 times. And then the other way. And again, my foot is flexed because I'm allowing that movement that's free. Breathing all the time. Nice job. Good. Okay. Now let's come forward and back and forward. I'm going to add a little something too, and we can do both legs on this. With opening up our hips, we haven't done our curtsy in a while. So I'm going to come forward And we'll add the curtsy as soon as we take the knee, and we're gonna go across the body. That's what I forgot. Kind of a little twist in that hip. Across the body. It's good to move out of the different planes. We've got that forward plane that we always like to do that. So we're trying to open up that hip. Okay, now I'm going to point my toe in front of me. Those ballet dancers out there know what we're going to do. And I'm going to take a sort of arch, and I'm going to bring that toe behind the opposite knee so that I'm doing my curtsy. Does that make sense? So bring it behind and you can curtsy. You feel that stretch in the opposite hip and bring it forward. And one more curtsy. If it bothers you, please modify. Don't go as deep. Maybe just leaning forward. You feel the stretch in that opposite hip? Yes? Good. Okay. Let's try it this way. We're really going to have to be out from the chair. So foot comes forward. You can move to the opposite side of the chair. I may have to. I'm in a circle in an arch, come behind and lean. And then bring it back in the front. It's really good for your hip stretch. And we're dainty. And we're graceful. Is there one side you feel that stretch on more? Or are they equal? Just something to think about. Now I'm going to open up into goddess. So my feet are at a 45-degree angle. And I'm going to bring my arms out. Let's try to keep the pelvis in cement, okay? And turn. And turn. Feeling that in our shoulders. Finding the breath. So it is a bit challenging to try to keep that pelvis forward, isn't it? But try it. Nice. Hands on hips. Let's lean forward just a little bit with a slight bend in the knee. Stretching that out. Feel the stretch in the back of the hamstrings. And come back up. Nice. Again, stretch forward, bending the knees. Don't have to come very far, and come back up. Good. One more time. Bending. Remembering your triple S. And coming back up. Nice job. Okay, let's come to our chair. Grab our breath. Put your hands in prayer. And then feel your fingertips pushing in, allowing more energy to come. Close your eyes and just feel how your body feels in comparison to where we started at the beginning. Maybe a little bit warmer, maybe a little bit more out of breath. Maybe you feel invigorated. And I'm not going to say the E word because you all work so hard. And then take those prayer hands and lift them up above your head. Feel the stretch under the armpits, all the way down to that torso. And then together, bring those hands out in front of you. Nice. Stretch those fingertips a little bit further out in front of you so you feel a little bit of stretch in those shoulder blades. Now, we're going to part the fingertips. We're going to leave our fingers open and we're going to just look like we're a bear. And we're going to come out. And as we do, let's go. Grrr. Allowing. My shoulder blades are right against that chair and I feel them moving toward my spine. Let's come back. You can hum if you want, but creating that powerful grrr is so good for the vibration in our cells in our body. Grrr. All the way into our lungs, opening up. And come forward again. Bring hands to, so the way that we do this is our thumbs are going to come right to our sternum. Okay, now take a deep breath. And you can hum outwards or you can hum in, but I want you to feel the vibration. It's what I want you to feel. Another deep breath. Now just bring hands together. You don't have to stretch out those fingertips. And feel the energy in your body. And imagine that that energy is a big ball of light, perhaps a fire. Warm, spreading beyond your body. The light in me greets the light in each one of you. Namaste. Namaste.